everyone, this is Kelly Cahoot and I am back with a card for Honeybee Stamps. Today I am doing a happy birthday card using the balloon dies from the Penny the Platypus set. I have cut some watercolor cardstock. I've done that for the balloons and the card base. I've cut the Yippee out of black cardstock, and this card base is 4.5 by 7.5. So it is narrow but really long, if that makes sense. So I'm going to blend on a ton of Distress Oxide colors. I'll have them all listed in the description box below, but I used a ton. Every bright, fun birthday color that I own, I pulled it out. I'm doing some colors on the front here. I believe that's Worn Lipstick, Candied Apple, Spice Marmalade, Fossilized Amber, let's see, Twisted Citron, and then Salty Ocean. And then I just went over those. I'm leaving that white space down below. That's where that black Yippee is going to go. And then I also cut the balloons out of the same watercolor paper. At this point, I didn't know if I was going to spritz these with water, what I was going to do. I did do darker on the bottom and left side of the balloons, and then lighter up towards the top. So I am just blending those on a little heavy-handed there to the bottom left, and then super light as it goes up for, near the top right. So I'm just going to finish these super quick, clean up my mess. And I did use different colors for the balloons. I used that's not even a word. I used the picked raspberry, cracked pistachio, peacock feathers, and wilted violet. Oh, and I also used the abandoned coral, that orangey red. Like I said, I'll have them all listed in the description box. To give this a little bit of a confetti look, I did splatter on some white craft paint, and I did it to make it really splattery at first, and then I'm going to tap it onto my finger to get some really fine splatters where I didn't have any and where I thought it needed some. Here is a look at the just cheapo craft paint that you can find at any craft store or maybe even Walmart or Target. I'm using a white gel pen to add a little bit of a shine mark to those balloons after they've dried, and I've decided not to use any water or spritz it or do anything like that. I've attached the balloons in a little grouping. Some I did flat to the surface of the card, and some I have done raised with foam tape. Now I have attached some silver embroidery floss to the back of that with some adhesive. I've wrapped it around the little end of the balloon there, and it's coming down into a grouping. I'm going to tuck that Yippee right into the knot of the balloon like it is hanging on to the top of the P there. And I'm going to make sure that's nice and tight. I'm trying to be really gentle so I do not tear my die cut word. So yeah, once I get that the way that I want it, I'm going to add a little bit of liquid adhesive to the back of that die cut word and add that right there to that space that I have left almost all white there to the bottom. Once I get everything patted down and nice and dry exactly where I want it, I'm just going to trim off those balloon strings. And I got so excited because I just love doing this, and I thought it was super cute. I totally forget to put the dot or the tittle over the eye. So hey, still cute. I totally forgot. Didn't even know until I was editing my video. So you'll probably notice that here in a little bit. So I am taking the Silver Celebration Sequin set from Honeybee Stamps and adding a ton of little silver stars, little silver confettis all over the front. I dotted a little bit of glue onto those bottom part where you blow up the balloon dotted a little glue over the string where I had wound it around, and then added a little silver star just for a little bit of extra adhesive to make sure that that string stayed put. I used some VersaFine Onyx Black ink and stamped the happy. Now this is from the Hooray stamp set. So that stamp set has just lots of great greetings for all types of celebrations. I stamped the happy, and then I took the birthday from the same stamp set, and I've got that where I want it in my stamping tool. And I'm taking a bunch of those Oxide inks, and I'm getting way over to the left, almost laying my head down on my table, and then taking the very edge of that ink pad and kind of dabbing that on to get the rainbow effect. So this will look great with the front part of the card, and then there you have it. Easy peasy rainbow stamping. You just pick your colors and kind of dab that and blend them as you add it on to your stamp. Here's a look at the finished card. There's that missing dot over the eye. All the supplies can be found at Honeybee Stamps, and I hope you'll join me next time, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.